Welcome. I am Urzuli, priestess of the dead. Sit, and I will show you the events that have shaped your destiny. Their leader was called Redjack, and they were known as the Brethren. They sent fear before them and left death in their wake. But in the end, they were betrayed.
Captain! A ship is approaching! Fire!
Captain, 2 more ships approaching!
I'll find you, traitor, and deliver you to hell.
As the pirate king took his last breath, you took your first. The story of Redjack became only a legend for 17 years. Now it begins again. The things I have shown you are past. As for the present, somewhere this day, there is a man who has decided it is time for you to die.
His name is Nicholas Dove. Find him and bring me his head. The place is here. It is called Lizard Point.
I have shown you the past and the present. When we meet again, Nicholas, perhaps I will show you the future.
What are you doing here? I figured you'd be out way past midnight. But you probably pissed someone off with that smart-aleck attitude. I told you it would happen. As your older brother, I'm supposed to teach you how to fight, but I'm not going to. A bloody nose would do you some good. I'll help you just as much as you've helped me on this farm. That is to say, not at all. You wander around while I do all the work. Oh, I forgot there was that day last year that you worked. When are you going to learn some responsibility? It would be nice if you could help out every now and then. There's a pirate ship at the docks right now, and the captain is in the bar. Maybe he would give you a job.
Good evening to you. Horseshoes, but I can make anything out of iron. If you need something forged, come to me. What do you do for a living? Well, I suggest you get started on a career of some kind. I highly recommend blacksmithing. Nothing the girls like more than big, sweaty men. Between you and me, I've had my eye on Elizabeth, but I must say, she seems to have a crush on you. You're a lucky man. Have you talked to her lately? Go talk to her. She won't be hard to find.
Hello, Nick. I was certainly hoping to run into you this evening. Yes, but you know the saying. All dressed up with nowhere to go. I'm sure you've heard my father died. don't be. He was as mean as two snakes, and it finally caught up with him. But he's left me in quite a bad situation. My father's business dealings were held together with promises he never intended to keep. Now that he's dead, everyone knows that they aren't going to get what he promised. So, they all want their money back. From me. He didn't even pay his taxes. Your farm is the most valuable property I own. I don't have a choice unless you can help me. Well, just answer me this. Have you ever thought of leaving Lizard Point to make your fortune? What do you think about being a pirate? Before you answer, let me explain. There's a ship here, a pirate ship. I know the captain, sort of. He recently lost some men in an accident. In one good season of pirating, you could make more money than either of us need. What do you say? He's been buying supplies from my father for several years. A lot of merchants won't do business with pirates for moral reasons. But, as my father always said, there's very little profit in principles. I want a man who's rich, handsome, and fascinating, and you've already got 2 out of 3. The rich part is easy. Just join this pirate crew and you'll be wealthy in no time. The pirate captain is in the bar right now if you want to talk to him. I promised I wouldn't tell, but that bartender just bought 12 bottles of rat poison from me. Either he's planning to poison the whole town or he's got a great many rats. Either way, I wouldn't eat the food or drink the ale if I were you. Have you decided if you would like to be a pirate? I already spoke to the captain about you. He said he'd have to meet you and decide for himself if he wants you on his crew. Come and tell me what he says.
As I live and breathe, it's Nicholas Dove, out and about after dark. I'm surprised that brother of yours let you leave the house. What can I do for you? You must be looking to walk on the wild side. Come on in. There's someone I want you to meet. Well, here you are, inside the best bar in Lizard Point. What do you think? No need to thank me. Sad to say you're looking at it. Well, there was a man out back earlier, trying to steal some, food from me. Hit me up for a free beer, too. Then charged at me like a wild animal when I said no. I shot at him, and he ran away. Other than that, it's been quiet. I was just speaking with my friend Justice here. He's a famous sea captain. I'll introduce you if you like. Nick Dove. Meet Lantern Justice.
Oh, you're a local. Maybe you can help me. One of my men has gone AWOL. His name is Lyle, and the only place I can figure he might have jumped ship is on this island. Have you seen him? He looks like a big, stupid oaf. But he's the best swordsman I've ever seen. If you see him, please tell him that if he doesn't come find me, I'm going to wring his big neck. Now tell me, what is your occupation? I see. I might be able to offer you a job that would get you off this island. Yes, I do. I'm short-handed because some of my men were killed in Ireland. Usually it's a matter of experience, and I especially need men who can fight. We work for the king. We capture French ships. We put the ships out of commission as our patriotic duty, and keep whatever we find on them as our reward. But not just any man can become a privateer. I need proof that a man can handle any situations we might encounter. An acid test to see what he's made of. Oh, really? Well, what can you do that's useful? For one thing, I need men with swords who have fighting experience. You would have to gain both of those things. We meet people every day who are far more vicious than that shark in the cove. If you could kill that shark and bring me proof, I might consider hiring you. That's 3 things you need, and you have until sundown. According to my weatherman, there's the storm coming the like of which hasn't been seen on this island for 50 years. We need to sail as soon as possible. Now, leave me alone. I'm busy.
If you want to sail with the pirates, you have to have a sword. Hurry up. The captain said they are leaving soon.
It's been many a dark day since a man like you stood in this place. So the time has finally come for you to pick up Redjack's sword. If I had to wait any longer, I swear you'd have found a pile of bones down here. That's right, he was born in Lizard Point. That's the first part of my story. They call me Patch, on account of this patch. You picked up on that, didn't you, son? The famous last words of many a stupid man. Now listen to me. Now I know your mind jumps around like spit in a frying pan. But try to stay with me, otherwise you'll be dead by sunup. You've heard of Redjack, right? Of course you have. Your ma probably told you that story in your cradle, seeing as how he was from right here in Lizard Point. The greatest pirate who ever lived. Well, this all began 20 years ago, when Redjack formed the Brethren of the Coast. They were the most fearsome group of men ever assembled on one ship. Every year the Spanish gather up the year's worth of treasure they've stolen from the natives. They take it to the walled city of Cartagena, and there it sits, in the underground of vaults, until the Armada comes to take it back to Spain. Redjack found a way to steal it all, a way so clever and secret that it just couldn't fail. As he was making off with the treasure, the Spanish ambushed him, and the Brethren knew then that they had been betrayed.
Fire!
Their ship was shot up, but they made it to an island where the ship went down in the bay. There were only 10 men left, including Redjack, and he was sorely wounded. Now here's the part you may not know. He told his men, "This, my spirit, won't rest until I know who betrayed the brethren. Every loyal one among you return to this island in 17 years for your share of the treasure. My share will go to the man who discovers the traitor. Until that day, my treasure is cursed, and any man who even dreams to steal it will be destroyed. Now leave me, and when I'm gone, put me where I can watch my ship and hear the waves." So Redjack spoke, and then he died. Now what? Greedy bastard, aren't you? The treasure's still right where he left it, son. The ship went down just offshore of that island, and there she sits. That's the problem. To this day, no one knows. Not far away, boy. Not far at all. A few, a miserable few. Plenty have tried, boy. They never come back. Don't really know anymore, son. It was never on any map. A man like me has to keep moving, boy. Now listen. I've told you all I can remember about Redjack. The only other thing I know for certain is that you won't solve your problems here. You've got to move on. Get out in the world.